Okay, back in. What time of the day is it? Okay. Yeah, so continuing with this little project. Um, it's actually like a couple hours later. I talked with my dad, got everything done that needed to be done for the rest of the night so that I can just focus on getting these videos out. I did end up ordering food from DoorDash. For those of you who saw part 1 and were curious about the resolution to that, not that I'm sure anyone really cares all that much. I was feeling a little guilty about spending, I think it was like $25 for food, but I only ate like a third of it, so that's going to be at least another meal, at the very least. So I don't feel too bad about it right now. I always try to order from local businesses. I did get myself some warm tea. It did not help my voice a whole lot. I'm going through this thing with my voice where I usually try to keep it kind of high pitched, like a higher tone than what is actually natural for me. Because my natural voice is like this. It's very deep. But because I'm non-binary, I don't really like having the super deep voice, so I try to keep my voice high, but that's really irritating. And usually, like, by the end of a workday, I can, like, barely talk. Like, customers struggle to hear me, and then with the masks that we're wearing on top of it, it's very frustrating. So I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. I'm definitely not going to, stop being non-binary, I guess is what I'm trying to put into words. I may have to, give up on the voice thing for a little while. Stop being gentle, start being manly. I don't know. I'll see. I'll probably just keep the deep voice going for the rest of this, so that you can actually understand what I'm saying. Excuse me. Really? I've never gotten lapis lazuli. I guess I haven't gotten the silk touch blocks. It is getting dark, and I need to get to sleep in here. Okay, and I need to empty my inventory as well. So let me go do all that. Have I even been using my shoulder box? I will find out whenever I get to the top of this. Oh lords, this is definitely getting deeper. Okay. Priority 1, get to bed. Before the creepers start spawning again. I love these shaders, but when it's nighttime, or if you're in the nether, you cannot see a darned thing. It's pretty cool, honestly. It makes it a bit more, dramatic. I'm not sure if you got any of that, tea sipping ASMR action. I have become a huge fan of tea. I used to be a coffee drinker. I always kind of had like a mixed relationship with coffee. Because I love how it tastes. I really do. But my heart just does not a fan. It it does not like it. So it's always been a little weird to try and drink coffee, and I definitely can't drink coffee at night. Like the fact that I'm drinking tea right now when it's like 7:30 and I go to bed by 9:30, that is definitely pushing it for my caffeine intake. But also sometimes if I keep my caffeine at a certain level, it will actually help me get to sleep. So it might be helpful in the long run. I'll find out when I try to go to sleep. And I'm uploading the first part of this video, which ended up being an hour and a half, as we speak to YouTube. So my interwebs are definitely struggling a bit, to say the least. I am surprised I am not experiencing more lag, actually. It would appear that YouTube has gotten a little better about not completely destroying your bandwidth. Like when I started to upload, it just destroyed my internet. Like I could barely do anything on my phone. But it seems like once YouTube kind of figures out where your bandwidth limitations are, it tries to make it not as terrible. Which I appreciate. I kind of have mixed feelings about Google some days. Not gonna lie, like all the big tech companies. I'm one of those people. I try to support small businesses. I really don't like how completely all of the like the tech giants can just get away with whatever the hell they want most of the time. And I've been using Mozilla Firefox for a while because they're very privacy focused. I like what they stand for. You know, the things that are important to me. I have heard on my tech podcast recently that they're running into some financial hardships with the COVID thing, and they're a non-profit and they're struggling to just generate revenue. They started a VPN service that I was in the beta for when I got it for free. And it was one of those things where it worked most of the time. There were a couple of websites I visited that I had to turn off that I would be able to use the website correctly. But otherwise it worked okay. But is it really something that I'm willing to pay? What was it like? I think they were charging $9 a month, like $10 a month. Not really. If I'm paying $10 a month at this point, I would get the DoorDash pass so I don't have to pay for delivery. The only reason I haven't at this point is because that is dangerous, because then I will feel like I can just order food and it won't be a big deal, and I will spend a lot of money on food that I don't need to be spending on food, because I am perfectly capable of making my own food. I am just a little bit lazy. I need to work on that. I also have the issue, because this is like a very temporary living space and I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to end up, I haven't purchased a refrigerator. So I've been using my mini fridge for, oh gosh, I've been using that mini fridge since I moved in here back in like January, February. It took some adjusting to get used to it, but like it's impossible for me to like prepare food because as soon as I start putting containers in there of food, it fills up. So it's gotten very precarious. My whole living situation is a little precarious with this house. Like I don't have a dryer. I do have a washer. My mom had a washer that they couldn't use at their apartment right now, so she let me have that over here so I can wash my clothes at least and not have to go to the laundromat. But no dryer, so I have to hang dry all my clothes and my sheets. That makes some things very difficult. Like I like to wash my pillows a lot, and I just can't really do that because it all has to be done same day. Usually when I'm doing my bed. Yeah, it creates a lot of weird struggles that I didn't realize I had been taking for granted when I had like a house with all of the amenities and yeah. Hashtag don't take your life for granted if you have the nice things. If you're living in an apartment with a laundromat, I feel you. I absolutely could not stand going to a laundromat. Not that the experience itself was very bad, but I am someone who has to be doing something productive most of the time. Like even like as you saw, I took a break, I ate, I did my laundry, like I was doing a lot of things. So to just be at a laundromat and be sitting there waiting, I couldn't do it. I really struggled. I would bring my laptop and they had Wi-Fi there, and I would like do some business accounting stuff that I have to do, but I just struggle with sitting somewhere and waiting. I would much rather do my laundry here, be able to do stuff around the house while the washer is going. The washer I have also, like, most washers have the fabric softener, like, spot where you put the fabric softener, and the washing machine figures it out. This one does not. I have to listen for the rinse cycle and put the fabric softener in at the right time, so I can't really go too far from the washer. It's just, I know this is probably like first world problems, like 100%. But it's really, it just gets to me. Yes, we have gotten to the point where that is done, very much. This one, I really don't want to put mending on this pickaxe, but we'll see. I might end up having to do that. It is unbreaking free at least. I'm really concerned. If I die, I'm like 100% certain. Like, it's one of those things where it should not at all work for me to get this back from the Graves mod, the Graves plugin. Like, legitimately, because it has the Curse of Vanishing on it, if I did pick it up in one of my graves, I would just toss it into lava, because I should not have it at that point. That may seem a little dramatic and unnecessary, but I really like the survival Minecraft experience. I know like the Graves one definitely like takes away from some of it, but it just takes away the stress, because I play Minecraft to relax. And I don't want to be pulling my hair out because I died and have to get back to my stuff quickly, and it might despawn, it might have fallen into something. Like, I don't like that very much. So yeah, that's why we have so many plugins and stuff. And it's definitely one of those things where it might... Oh, I am getting experience now, so maybe I will... this in my offhand. Yeah, I have a lot of data packs. I was anticipating having like 2 or 3 data packs and like 0 plugins at first, but that's just not what ended up happening, because data packs are nice. They add very nice things. Especially the vanilla tweaks. Data packs are just like a godsend. They make it so much nicer. There are certain things like the coordinates toggle. Like, that's not really changing anything. The same as the F3 screen. It's just much smaller and not completely obnoxiously in the way when you're exploring. So, I don't know. Still indecisive. I'm not really certain if I want to have MC MMO on the next version of the server. Not that the server is going anywhere. I'm always thinking like 3 steps ahead. That's just how my brain works. And I had an issue with the developer of the plugin. It is a plugin that you have to pay for. So I paid, I think it was $15, and he's raising it to $20, which is understandable considering how much work he has to put into it. And he also has a Patreon, and I was going to support him to help him along with the creation of the plugin. But like I said, I wanted to switch the levels and get them to be the 1 to 100 instead of 1 to 1000. And he basically didn't want to talk to me because I was not a developer. And I have a huge problem with that when you have a support channel and just not really offering like basic support. He literally told me, like, that's all stored in the database if you have a database, and I can't help you with that. And that's just, it's very off-putting, incredibly off-putting as someone who uses a plugin like this. And I told him, like, I don't have a database, would it be stored in this local file? And he just didn't respond because he didn't want to be bothered. And yeah, I have a lot of issue with that. Is it getting dark already? I am just a chatty Mickey today. For all of these videos, really. I am the quietest person if you meet me in real life at first. But apparently if you put a microphone in front of my face and tell me to record a video, I can just talk non-stop. Like, I did not think I would be able to do streaming, because I just don't like talking in real life very much. I feel like I don't have much interesting to say. And like, I do get friends and then I get kind of chatty with them, but just like strangers, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of small talk. But this, for whatever reason, I have no problem with this. So I guess it's just one of those things where I enjoy it. I should embrace that. I am realizing very quickly though that I am running out of time for my day, so I'm going to have to hurry this along. I'm hoping this takes no more than another like 15 minutes. Because I really need to record the last part of the episode, finish editing that, putting it together, compiling it, and then including that in my ton of uploads I have going for these ones. Because yeah, it's just, oh, my inventory is full. That is not good. Okay, hold on. Now I'm using the shulker box. I could just bring the shulker box down here, but that would be too simple. And I know my audio isn't great right now. If you've been watching for a while, you may have heard in the episode where we went to fight the Ender Dragon in the last iteration of the server, my mic just decided to stop working. Like, just completely was like, nope, not doing it. I like tried unplugging it, plugging it back in, doing all the things, checking the wires, and it's just not functioning. And you know, I paid, well actually my mom bought it for me, which is another reason I hate getting rid of it, but it was only like a $20 microphone, so I need to find a decent quality one that's a little bit expensive if I'm going to be doing this. But I'm also don't have a lot of money because I work at Walmart. So I'm kind of waiting for this to start being a little bit more profitable, or if I can get the other aspects of the business going, the e-commerce part of it, that would be wonderful as well. And then I would have more money to invest in stuff like this that I really want to do. But right now I just spent like $150 after I packed the order I had gotten for today. I ordered more mailers, and that was like $35, and I spent like $132 on a new product I wanted to get going. And I don't make a ton of money. Like each order I get, I usually only end up actually receiving like $1 or $2. The one today actually got like $5, subtracting like the item cost. So that was wonderful. But yeah, it's just I'm struggling, and I've as a part of the business, I do monthly donations to a few charities, and it's just $20 a month, but that was $20 a month that I would have had to spend on other things, because I put some of my paycheck towards my paycheck from Walmart towards a separate account that I don't really use honestly for most of the big business stuff. So it just I don't know how I feel. I feel a lot of things. Confident isn't necessarily one of them. I am doing my best. That is how I feel. I'm doing my best with the hand I have been given. And also I am trying to help other people who are struggling. Because I feel like I should really do that. Especially on the months where I make a decent amount of money from the e-commerce. I really want to give back. You know, like yes, I need the money to keep everything going. I appreciate that. But I feel like I should also give back when I'm doing stuff like this. And I totally understand, like, people who don't. Like, I get it. I would be further along in my own endeavors if I was not giving that $20 monthly, which sounds ridiculous. But I'm also giving another $20 to like podcasters, and I'm spending the money on the Patreon subscription for the shaders. So it definitely adds up. And especially now I got sick before. I had to like stop recording for like 2 weeks while I recovered. I have like huge medical bills from that too, so it's just everything's not great right now. But you know what? I'm gonna figure it out. Once I move in with my mom and stepdad, everything will be a lot easier. because they will be able to help me financially a little bit more than they can right now. Because they've been saving like any extra money they have for the moving expenses. They're gonna get movers and stuff like that to help us with the whole process. Ooh, I'm hitting the bedrock finally. Yeah, better times are ahead. Any time is better than 2020. I feel like that is very true. But we're doing our best, and I feel like that's very important. Just keep going. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes there's a lot of struggles, and you just gotta push through, because it's worth it in the end. It really is. And I'm trying to tell myself that, even though I struggle with it some days, some weeks. Man, that got really depressing really quick. I'm sorry to like conclude on such a negative note with my little struggles, but I am super excited that this is at its final stages. I'm just going to dig all the way down to the bedrock now. And that'll be the end of this video. And then I will grab some glass, get everything sorted out, and finish up the actual episode, which you should receive early if you are a Patreon subscriber. I don't actually have Patreon subscribers at the moment. Huge rip. But if you're watching this, you're probably watching this like way later. Which, thank you for your dedication for watching something that's happening much, much later. But yeah. I don't have a huge audience yet, and I started Patreon because one of my besties said you should really do that and see if you get any hits. I haven't yet, but I'm hoping, because if this can start paying for itself, that would be wonderful. Even if it just pays for the server costs that I pay monthly for the server here, that would be absolutely amazing. Just one less thing I have to worry about each month, you know? So, yeah, I definitely appreciate you. And if Patreon does not work out, then I will just simply release these videos for everyone to see, I guess. Although I'll probably just keep trying the Patreon thing. I imagine eventually it'll work out, and it's nice to have that. I know not everyone has money to give, and that's perfectly okay, but if someone can support their local gay to make some decent Minecraft videos, or I hope decent at least. I hope that's how they feel about them. Am I gonna get stuck here? That is unfortunate. With the lag, that makes it even more difficult. Yeah, I'm gonna get all this out of here. This is gonna be pure bedrock. I think bedrock, this should also block spawns, I want to say. I might be completely wrong about that and just making stuff up. But getting through the bedrock is a bit more difficult than I was anticipating. And that's all over there. It's not like, this is your lair. It's like, no, there's little blocks all in between. It is nice to be at this final stage, though. As I just crashed into the ground. Okay, good. If it gets dark at this point, and I feel like I have to sleep, I might just chance it and not do that. Because I am just so close to being done. So close, I can feel it. Alright, that's fine, you can stay in there. Right, that one goes down pretty deep. Almost done, just got this last section over here. me get stuck in here again. But that's the back wall, okay. I'm definitely amazed that I didn't hit the cave. Yeah, it is gonna get dark, isn't it? Too much lag for me to do this. I can't even see right now. Okay, I'm going to have to sleep. This is very frustrating, but it is what it is. Too much lag for me to use the rockets right now because of uploading the other video. Womp womp. Okay. This takes a very long time. Okay. Go to sleep so I can finish this project. Here we go. I think I got all the blocks, but I need to make certain. Yeah, the mob starts spawning. Trying to PvP when I'm having lag issues is not ideal at all. Husk, go away. No. Do not want. I do want that experience though. That is some pickaxe healing. Yeah, I ended up filling that with some stuff too. Okay. That looks really cool. Okay, yeah, it looks like I got everything. Hardcore time. Yep, okay. So, this is done. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate the support. So now, I'm going to try and finish this episode so I can get it finished and get it uploaded so that I can send it out to all my Patreon subscribers of currently 0, but maybe I'll be lucky and get someone to subscribe within the next couple days, but I'd like to get that out by Thursday, and it's Wednesday, and it's getting late, and I still have to get to bed at a decent hour. Gotta be kidding me. Hold on. That's so ridiculous. Okay. Actually need this one to put my crafting table back. I thankfully did not have to use this. I did not have to do the stone pickaxe thing. Actually, I need the armory back out so I can sort through these pickaxes. Yeah, so that's the one I was just using. This one's going to need mending on it. And then the one that's in my offhand, I'm going to switch to my main hand. There we go. Okay, and did I drop anything down there? I don't think so. Let me make sure I know how far it goes into my inventory when I do this. Thankfully, yep, okay, I've got everything. I'm actually probably going to double check, but thank you for watching, and keep an eye out for the next video. Bye.